What up, world? It's your boy Doughboy Don, and I'm back this time with my review for WrestleMania Backlash. Ooh, man, it was interesting. It was definitely interesting. I'll tell you that, man. Um, but yeah, man, it was definitely interesting. A lot more interesting than I thought it was gonna be. I mean, it was a little bit more better than I thought it was gonna be, but I mean there were some parts where it was like what, and some parts where it went a little left. We'll get to that later, but overall I enjoyed it. I enjoyed myself. So yeah, man, got the results right here, and it was 7 matches total. You know, they added one match on the pre-show, and they tend to do that. But yeah, let's go through them right now. Okay, starting out with the pre-show, it was Sheamus with his open challenge again, and he came out and it's an open challenge, non-title of course, and when you know it, Ricochet came out. You know, he had a little bit of a little edge to him. You know what I'm saying? He came out in all black. You know what I'm saying, with the little jean jacket cut off hoodie jacket vest thing, man, looking cool. I always like that look on Ricochet. But yeah, man, he came out and the match was short, but it was real good. Ricochet came out the gates a little bit hot, but Sheamus was able to stop him and manhandle him. But Ricochet was coming back and hitting him with some high octane aerial offense. He's doing his thing, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Sheamus got the win, but and remember, towards the end of the match, he dodged the bro kick, but got hit with this. I don't know if it's a new finisher by Sheamus, but it's like a brogue knee. Like it's like a mean ass knee strike. And, it was nasty, but not Ricochet out. And he pinned him. You know, he grabbed his little hat and jacket and was talking smack. But Ricochet knocked him out the ring, took his jacket and his hat, and did a little Irish jig and dabbed on him real quick. And then, threw his stuff back at him and, bounced out the ring. So, I guess, it's going to start a new feud with Sheamus and Ricochet, which is cool. It's nice to see Ricochet, you know what I'm saying, in the mix of things. I always enjoy Ricochet. And I felt like, I didn't like the treatment that he was getting nowadays. So, it's nice to see him, get some work and some attention, as he rightfully deserves. Because, like, Ricochet's a talent. And, I don't know, hopefully it leads to him actually defending the title against Ricochet. Because, we can see him defend the title in a minute. So, first up, opening the show. Now, I didn't think they were going to open the show with this, but it was actually the triple threat for the Raw Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley, Asuka, and Charlotte Flair. And can I say, Charlotte Flair came out with a Cruella DeVille vibe. You know what I'm saying? Her little shorts and tights, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It had little Dalmatian spots. Spot on. That was like, that was nice. Like Charlotte could give an entrance, and she gives off that vibe. Like, yeah, I'm that bitch. Yeah, it was cool. The triple threat match was cool, man. The majority of the match, it was Rhea Ripley and Asuka teaming up at various times to go against to try to take Charlotte out of the equation. But Charlotte, was showing why she was the queen. She was fighting them off and she was hitting them hard, and everybody was doing their thing. And then Charlotte was getting it with the moonsaults. Her moonsaults are nasty and deadly, and then she was getting them. At one point, she tried to pin both of them. She almost pulled Roman Reigns, but she like had one of she like put her legs on one of them and then got on top of the other one, tried to pin both of them, but it didn't work. And then it was like a double superplex on Charlotte, that was nasty. And Charlotte though, she came. I remember they both tried to suplex her. She got out of it. She chop blocked chop block both of them and hit them both with a natural selection, a double natural selection. And that was when she went for the double pin, which I thought was crazy. But it was a lot of back and forth. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, managed to get their shots in. Asuka managed to put the Asuka lock on Charlotte, but she couldn't lock it in for long. And Charlotte kept trying to go for the figure eight, but she couldn't land on either one. And then it was Asuka was trying to lock in Asuka lock, I think, on Rhea Ripley, but she got out of it. But then she got out of it, and then Asuka going to the ropes. Charlotte was on the outside. She hit Asuka with a big boot, but unfortunately, she was on the apron. So in the force of it or whatever, I guess, you know what I'm saying, she like hit the big boot, then kind of fell off the apron or whatever. All that did was run her into Rhea Ripley, who hit Asuka with the riptide, and 1, 2, 3, Rhea retained. And oh my God, Rhea was she was talking Charlotte. She was like, woof woof. She was acting like she was the domination. She was whooping her and go, making fun of Charlotte. Charlotte was sitting there. She was not a happy camper at all. But that match was pretty good. Man. Triple threat matches can be all over the place. And they can kind of be like, but so if they work right, they can be really good. And this was a really good match. Like I said, I wouldn't have thought that they'd open the show like this, but seeing what was going on, I guess it was a good decision, but it was cool. Next up, it was Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio against the Dirty Dogs, Dolph Ziggler, and Robert Roode, for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. This match was a little interesting because earlier on in the pre-show, Dominic got attacked by the Dirty Dogs. They even threw a couch on him. And then, it showed that, he was injured. And Ray, he was like, oh, no, he was worried. Then in the end, he was like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. I got it. So, he was going at it alone. Essentially, a handicap match. And they were beating the piss out of Ray. Like, Ray was getting hit with everything but the kitchen sink, man. He had super kicks, zigzags, famouser, spine. There was one time where Rude slid him out of the ring into Dolph, who was waiting, and super kicked him. And I thought it was over. I thought he was damn near dead at that point. But he somehow managed to get back into the ring. And the whole time they was making fun of Ray. Like, hey, they were dragging him to his empty corners. Like, hey, yo, man, make the tag. Make the tag. They was doing all kinds of shenanigans. But then at some point, Dominic, hobbled on down. And then Ray was like, yo, what are you doing? He's like, no, I'm here, Dad. Let's do it. So, Dominic came in. He got a little bit of offense in. Of course, it didn't last long. But it gave Ray enough time to, rest up and come back even harder. And then, would you believe it? He gave the tag after hitting Robert Roode with the 619. He tagged Dominic. Then he did his little slide out the ring. And he flipped Dolph into the barricade. And Dominic hit a little clean frog splash from the top rope on Robert Roode. 1, 2, 3. New SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and for the first time ever, they made history. And the Mysterios made history. The first father and son Tag Team Champions. Oh man, that was a moment. I'm glad they pulled the trigger on that. I'm glad the Dirty Dogs don't have the titles no more. This could be a feud or whatever. I'm just excited to see them lose the title because, okay, they're the champions, but at the same time, they should have lost the championships a long time ago. I didn't see them holding it for that long anyway. But the fact that they held it for a good number of months shows that, I guess, they're a good team and they could do things. I mean, this was like their second time being champions. I mean, they were Raw Tag Team Champions before, but they only held them for like about a month, I think. But yeah, it was a nice little run for them, I guess. And I'm interested to see how far, the Mysterios can go now that they're the champions. I'm glad that they're champions. Hopefully they get a nice, at least 3 to 4 month run with the titles. I don't think they're gonna lose them anytime soon. Hopefully, but yeah, man, I'm interested to see what happens next. Oh my god! And then at this point, this is where it went weird, and this match right here, this is gonna divide a lot of people. Cause I mean, at earlier point, I'm talking about the Damian Priest versus versus Miz match, and if you know the story, um, Priest had a match with Morrison on the Raw before Backlash, and he got decided stipulation, and it was a lumberjack match. So, at some time before the match, Morrison was like, I'm gonna go talk to the lumberjacks, and make it and talk to them, tell them that their best interest would be to make things easier for you. And so he goes to the little lumberjacks locker room and said lumberjacks. So he goes to talk. He goes to knock on the door, and he opens it. He tries to talk to people. All of a sudden, zombies show up, and so he's like, wait, hold on, what? And so he goes to tell Miz. Then the zombies all just like come on, hobble on about in the back room, and basically the whole thing with the zombies. So I'm like, okay, this is like whatever. And so he goes to tell Miz, and Miz like, yo, is this one of your, he thinks that Morrison's being stupid or whatever. Like he always, has his little moments like, yo, man, whatever, man, let's go do this. So they go out and do it. Well, first, yeah, they do that thing. Say they come out and make their entrance. Then all of a sudden, it's like some like dark ominous music, and then like the background and the third or whatever show a ruined city. All of a sudden, it's like a little smoky in the area. All of a sudden, Ms. Morrison turn around. There's zombies. And then he's like, yo, I told you, man, I told you. And then, like, so they're trying to run all over the ring. And then Damon Priest is sitting like, yo, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? And so, what was crazy was like, they're going around. They run toward the announce table. And the buyer was like, yo, man, get away from us. It's like, I can't do anything. What are you doing? Then Corey is like, man, what do y'all do? All of a sudden, a zombie appears in the middle of them. I forget the other dude's name. But yeah, so they start freaking out. They're like, yo, man, I'm out of here. So they freaking jump, get the hell out. They go to somewhere safe. The is like, yeah, we had to relocate at a safe enough distance. So yeah, we're going to broadcast from this location. It was simply a lumberjack match with zombies as the lumberjacks. And it tied in because, the reason they had it because Batista, it sent out a tweet. It's like, good luck to everybody at Backlash. I won't be able to make it, but some of my friends will. And if you don't know, Dave Batista has a movie with Zack Snyder called Army of the Dead. So, Army of the Dead and zombies. So, it's a kind of little tie-in. People would consider it like a cheap little plug or, little promo or whatever for the movie. I'm pretty sure, like, I looked on it online a little bit, and a lot of people were not happy about it. They're like, what the? They're like, come on, WWE, you didn't have to do this. It was all over the place. Me, I enjoyed it. I like, those little, it was done right. To me, this was cool. It was cool. It was fine. The match, was it the short? I think it was the shortest match of the, yeah, it was the shortest match of the night. I mean, on the main card, yeah, it was. But including the pre-show, it was like 11 seconds shorter than the pre-show match. That match was 7 minutes and 12 seconds. So this is 7 minutes and 12 seconds. This was 7 minutes and 1 second. So yeah, it was their standard, back and forth, back and forth. It got interesting because they couldn't go too far to the outside of the rings because the zombies would try to grab them, and a couple of times they did grab them and pull them out, and they couldn't do anything from the top rope because they would come and grab them. At one point, it got to the point where Miz and Priest they weren't even focused on each other. They were fighting the zombies. At one point, they was at one end, Miz was on one end, and Priest was at the other end. And so they was fighting. They were fighting. Eventually, they bumped into each other. They looked around. They looked at each other. They nodded, and then they was fighting. What was funny though was when Damian Priest was fighting the zombies or whatever. One really, really big, tall zombie came up, and he hit him with a good shot. That mug came right back up and was like, ah. So he hit him extra hard to hit him down. And then at some point, Morrison had ran off. Then he came back to help Miz, try to help Miz or whatever. So he was fighting the zombies. And so he was doing a whole bunch of flips and all that. Then he got on top of the barricade to try to hit some zombies. Two zombies came up from behind the barricades and dragged him. So, he was gone. And then it ended up with Damian Priest, of course, getting the win, hit the lights on Miz and pinning him. And then the zombies just crawled into the ring, and I guess they were eating the Miz. Or I guess it was implied that they were eating Miz alive or whatever. But they all ganged up on the Miz. There was like dog piling or whatever. And then, Damian Priest was, he did a little arrow that he pointed to the roof. On that big LED screen. And then, it said, Army of the Dead. So it was kind of like a little promo thing for the match. Match was fine. I liked the match. It was fine. It was funny. It was zany. Everything can't all be serious. I know people ain't gonna live this down. They're like, this is the worst thing. You can't do this. Is another reason why people don't like. Oh, this is why I don't like wrestling. All this make believe junk and that. Everything can't be serious, man. Let it go. But yeah, I can see why it would divide some people, but I enjoyed it. And Damian Priest got the win, so hey man, I'm not complaining. It's just me. Now I'm back on track though. Bianca Belair against Bayley. Bayley. Yo, Bayley the turned up her care. Bayley is like a cocky asshole, but she's also like a caring kind of. Like she's annoying, but at the same time, she cool. And by the way, Bayley kind of thick now. Bayley, I see you now. You get a little thick, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you was a little thick, but now I don't know what you're doing, but hey, Bayley, I see it, baby. I see it. Anyway, she, you know what I'm saying? She does a thing where she shaves something on the back of her head, like her victim or her opponent or whatever. Like at one point, she started it like one time she put coal on there, and this time she put Bell Loser, making fun of Bianca Belair. But Bianca came out, you know what I'm saying, black girl magic, representing for her people, doing what she do, putting on for the city. Oh my God, I don't care what nobody say, man. You can say whatever you want about Bianca. Matter of fact, don't even say nothing like, yo, she doing her thing. She talented. While this match was back and forth, a majority of it was Bianca wearing. Oh my God, she was stomping Bayley. Yo, she was tossing Bayley around like a rag doll. She kept Bayley. It wasn't until Bayley got she suplexed Bianca into the steel steps. It was only then that she started to turn the match around. But even then, Bianca still kept coming after her. She was trying to pull, cheap little tricks. It's like she thumbed her in the eye, and she would like pull her hair and try to like dirty pins and all that. And she got all the moves off, the elbow and the Bayley to belly. She couldn't get the rose planted though. The only thing that I had a problem with, I guess, was the end. She tried to use the hair and she tried to wrap it around her legs so she could get the rose plant, but she ended up getting curled up in a surprise roll up. It was a little shaky, but Bianca got the win. It was a little. I don't know if they messed up or if that was the original plan or whatever, but Bianca got the win, It was a good match, but it was a little iffy. And, Bailey was like, yo, you cheated. And, everybody was pointing out, like, I mean, you got what you deserved. You was doing it first. You was messing with her hair. You kind of introduced that element. I personally thought that she was going to whip Bailey so she could have a little matching scar on her chest or her stomach, whatever. Like Sasha at Mania. But she didn't do that. She got lucky, but she did get tossed around all over the place. So I can't complain. They're probably going to have a rematch, but all this did was prove that Bianca Belair, she's not a rookie. She's champion for a reason, and she's ready and willing to take. She's ready for anything, ready to take on anybody who wants to take it off of her. So I say salute to you, Bianca Belair, doing your motherfucking thing, girl. Keep doing it. Next up was the triple threat for the WWE Championship. Like it was said earlier, Clash of Titans, King Kong, Godzilla, and the Incredible Hulk. You can put whoever you want in those positions. That's the way it was, though. It was Lashley, Strowman, and McIntyre, and I already knew it was gonna be. It was gonna be nothing too fancy. It was gonna be a lot of destruction, a lot of heavy hitting, a lot of power lifted, all that, and it was all that and more. There was a clear thing of who's gonna team up to take out who. I originally thought that it was gonna be McIntyre and Braun teaming up to get rid of Lashley. I don't think there were moments of that. There might have been, but there might have been like a couple of moments where it was like that. But no, it was a majority of Lashley and McIntyre teaming up to get rid of Braun. Like these men, they picked up Braun Strowman for a delayed suplex. It was for a couple of seconds. They got him up there though. It was nasty. But they couldn't keep him down. At one point, Lashley was on top. He got rid of McIntyre. But he wasn't paying attention, and Braun came and hit him twice with the steel steps. And then, when it looked like he was about to do something, he looked up. Claymore. He got Claymored all over the security barricade. So he was down for a while. And it was really Lashley and McIntyre going at it. They go up the entrance. They going at it. Lashley ended up going through the LED boards on the side where all where all the screens are. So McIntyre goes to the ring, and so he started going at it with Strowman. And Strowman was doing a little bit of aerial offense. Like it wasn't like nothing too big, too crazy, but this one did a little diving, little cannonball off the side of the ring. And he did a little run and he jumped off the side of the ring. I'm like, Strowman, you're too big for that. But he did it though. This man was hitting, sentons and all that. He was doing his thing. And then, he did a little Strowman Express where he runs around and tackle people. But he tried to hit on Drew. Drew literally stopped him, grabbed him, and suplexed him and tossed him. And then Drew tried to call for a Claymore outside of the ring. This man went up, flew in the air. This man, Strowman, and Pat McAfee? Yeah, Pat McAfee. Like after the match, Pat McAfee said clearly what happened. He grabbed this man. He literally grabbed Drew, curl pumped him one time, slammed him onto the announce table. I'm like, bro, it's over. It's over. But no, he got into the ring. He tried to go for the power slam, running power slam. This man, Drew, got up out of it, running the ropes. Claymore. I'm thinking, Drew about to get it. Nope. Lashley, back from the dead. This man threw Drew out the ring. Hit Strowman with a spear. 1, 2, 3. This mother 10. I'm sitting there like, I knew it. See, this is why I don't like triple threat matches. That's why I don't like triple threat matches. Somebody can be putting in all this work, doing all this damage, had a moment. Next thing you know, move. I'm gonna get the glory. Bam. I mean, low key, it was kind of redemption because, that's how Lashley lost the United States Championship, you know what I'm saying, without being involved in the final decision. So I guess, you know what I'm saying, he got a little redemption from that. But still, I was like, what a back of title win. But it is what it is. Match was really good, though. The match was really good, though. But oh my God. This main event, y'all. This main event. The main event. The end all. The head of the table. The tribal chief. Be all end all. The sun which the WWE revolves around. Roman Reigns against the Swiss Superman Cesaro. Everybody was talking about it. Oh, well, this is Cesaro's first championship match. Roman Reigns had 39 matches. They said the same thing when he was going against Seth. Seth has had so many championship matches. Seth has had a lot of WrestleMania matches. He was in a couple of main events or had some spots like that. But Cesaro hasn't. Cesaro did just fine. Now, granted, it's different, but still, everybody's counting out Cesaro. Roman was low-key kind of sleeping on Cesaro, but then again, people say that, Cesaro is pound for pound the strongest dude. I kind of agree with this. I kind of agree with that. I always agree with that. But at the same time, this Roman Reigns, he's not going to sleep on nobody, and he shouldn't be taken lightly. There were times where he was kind of underestimating Cesaro a little bit. But, oh my God, Cesaro went through hell. Like, at one point, his arm, like his left or right arm, like, bicep area was just, ugh. Oh my goodness. That mug was getting beat up. And Roman was even kind of, doing a little bit of joint manipulation and working the arm. And then, he was making fun of, like, Daniel Bryan's like, hey, yo, bro. Yo, hey, DB. Yo, this your man. Yo, he was talking smack. I was like, oh, God, he's such an asshole. But Cesaro kept going at it. And Roman was hitting him with everything. He was hitting him with a Superman punch, Samoan drops. He was putting him in submissions and working him in the guillotine. He had this man in the guillotine 2-3 times. Couldn't get him out though. Cesaro kept powering up and powering out of it, but he couldn't hit him with the swing. He couldn't get him with the Gotch neutralizer because of the arm. He did manage to get him to the sharpshooter about 2-3 times, but Roman got out of it. And then one time, on the second time, he got out of it, but then he maneuvered him into the crossface. Roman got out of that, and then he got him in the guillotine. Eventually, he got him into the guillotine one too many times, and Cesaro got tired, and he legit blacked out. Like, it got to the point where he, like a light, he was out, and then the ref went to him. Cesaro literally got up and was like, yo, what's going on? And then the ref was like, yo, calm down. It's after the match. You lost. I'm sorry. You got knocked out. And so Roman retained, but that was a good match. Oh my God. Absolute Cesaro. Like, come on, bro. I don't care but no. You can't deny Cesaro after that match. That was his coming out match, bro. Like, that showed that, yo, man, come on. Like, don't sleep on Cesaro. Cesaro is going to be a champion. That just further solidifies that he's going to be a champion one day, if you ask me. Then, Jay came out because, I give him credit. He did it alone. He didn't have no outside interference or anything. Heyman didn't do anything. Jay didn't do anything. Jay, presented him with the necklace, Tribal Chief. Then, Roman said, you said you can go get him. So, he was picking up the scraps, beat up on Cesaro. I'm like, come on, is this necessary? Is this really necessary? Then he was going up above the top rope, about to do a splash. All of a sudden, burn it down. Here comes Seth. And oh my God, Seth with these suits. This mud looked like a paint. Oh, it looked like a clean white suit with just random splashes of paint on it. This mud came out. Him and Roman had a quick stare down, and in my head I was like, hold on, I'm thinking, because mark my words, at some point, if this doesn't happen, I'm gonna be mad. At some point, Seth is gonna make a move against Roman, and it's gonna set them two going at it. Now I don't know if Roman, in their whole careers, I don't think Roman's ever beaten Seth. I know that Seth has beaten Roman, but I don't know if the same could be said. I don't know. I think they're gonna have a match, and Roman's gonna beat Seth for all the times that in the past that he couldn't beat him. But it looked like he might have gone against him. But Rollins was like, ha ha ha, I was like, hey, Then he's like, ha. Then he immediately just went after Cesaro, and then Jay, Heyman, and Roman walked off and left. And I'm sitting like, come on, like, let it go. You're beating a dead horse, dude. He beat you 2 times. He beat you at Mania, and then he beat you on throwback episodes to get the backlash. Like, dude, leave it alone. But no, Seth was being more of an asshole. He was twisting and slamming his arm, and then he grabbed his arm. He put the chair in between it, and was like, mushed him up against the post. I was like, I'm Seth freaking Rollins. You ain't gonna embarrass me like that and all that. And he banged the chair on the post. Then he just feels like an asshole. I'm like, oh my god, fuck this guy. I hate Seth, but I love it because it's like Seth being a fucking asshole. I'm just rooting for Cesaro even more after this match. After all this, and I didn't think that it was gonna end like that, but it did. But oh man, all in all, bro, that was a great pay per view. I gotta give it 4 out of 5. It was damn near spotless. I didn't think it was gonna be that good. But at the same time, looking at the totality of things, I mean that lumberjack match in particular, that even though I enjoyed it, it was kind of like, come on, man, really, y'all could have did this like y'all could have did something for like a Halloween or Extreme Rules or Hell in a Cell even. Like I said, I have a problem with it, but I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, man, that's my review for WWE WrestleMania Backlash. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. How do y'all feel about it, man? Let me know. What was your match of the night? What match did you like, didn't like? I know a lot of y'all are going to say, man, that lumberjack match. I know. Calm down. You can't blame them for trying to do something different or, something to take away from all serious tension or whatever. Match of the night for me, it's the main event. It was the main event. Like, oh my gosh, Cesaro and Roman Reigns, that was a match right there. If not that match, I would have to say, the Bianca Belair Bailey though, cause oh man, both the triple threat matches were really good, way better than I thought they were gonna be. So either one of them could have been match tonight, but or Bianca and Bailey. But that main event though, that main event was good. But yeah, man. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. In the comment section, all that good stuff. And as per usual, hit the like button if you like this video, this review. Definitely, if you subscribe, and when you subscribe, you gotta hit that notification bell because you never know when your boy gonna be streaming, uploading. Speaking of streaming, Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I'm gonna be streaming that, but I'm gonna be streaming like that's the main priority. But every now and then, what I'm saying, and there might be like 2-3 streams of that. But every now and then we gonna sprinkle a little bit of everything else, to try to even everything out. We gonna work it out somehow. But yeah, man, we gonna get it. Get it straight now. I think that maybe like we're gonna wrap Crash up maybe, because I'm pretty sure that I think I'm like near the end or like a quarter of the way there with Crash. Gonna be Crash, and then Strikers, and then maybe Resident Evil. Cause I don't know, but we'll work it out. We'll work it out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, be on the lookout for that. And yeah, man, it's your boy Dope Boy Don. I will holler at y'all party people in the next one. I'm out this thing, yo.